Welcome back to New Rockstars. This is bite-sized questions that Philip will answer for us. They're in the box. Let's do this.
Well, you can get the box too.
Take it away.
Pizza time.
When Tony collapses in Endgame near the beginning, Captain Marvel says she's gonna pick up some sort of elixir. What was that?
You guys take care of him, and I'll bring him a Zorian elixir when I come back.
Yeah, it seems like a quick throwaway or something.
she said blah, 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 elixir.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
We were like,
Brie
what's
Larson.
that?
Get back in your room child. Blah.
Room child.
Room child.
Things are gonna get elixir.
She is referring to basically chicken soup, but it's kind of the equivalent. But it is cool if you do follow the idea of the Zorians. What she actually is referring to is this race that theoretically, you remember in the Aliens movies, how eventually it's kind of revealed that maybe the precursor to like humans were kind of aliens, or like it got really complicated. There is a Marvel version of that, and it's that the Zorians actually were the initial basis for what eventually would become humans, Kree, Skrulls, any of these like main humanoid figures that we interact with a lot are actually just them experimenting with their own DNA, and then eventually that evolves into the rest of us. So the Zorians have theoretically these pharmaceutical abilities that can cure things for any of us on a DNA level, but it kind of is a panacea that like maybe it's a cure-all. It's complicated if you try to get into it too much, because it's like, oh, can you just bring that back and like cure cancer?
Yeah, why isn't Carol Danvers doing that all the time?
It's like, it's pricey.
Yeah.
Get back in your room.
Room child. She sucks. Thor defeated Surtur easily, but couldn't even hurt Hela, while Surtur defeated Hela easily. How is that possible? What am I missing in here? Help me.
If you do watch Ragnarok kind of quickly, it is like, wait, the bad guy that he beat up at the beginning is the destroyer of all of Ragnarok at the end, and is the prophesied one, and Hela is the villain of the whole movie, and this thing can defeat Hela pretty easily.
The power statuses are shifting act to act.
It does change, but it actually is totally covered in the movie. A really easy way to see it too is you can see at the beginning that Surtur is only like 3 times bigger than Chris Hemsworth in the early part. So Chris Hemsworth is the same as me, 6'3", and then if you multiply that by 3 or so, he's maybe about 19 feet or something. So he's like not short, but he ain't that big. Look at him at the end of the movie.
He's like a giant size.
He's the size of a city.
He's a colossus.
So you can both combine the idea that, of course, if he's bigger, he's more destructive, but he also has higher durability, increased strength, all these things. So he's like insane to try to defeat in that scenario. But it's specifically because if you remember in the movie, Odin had taken his power source away, the Eternal Flame, before, and this is the version of Surtur that has gotten the Eternal Flame back. So now this is what he's actually like, and he's actually one of the strongest figures in all of Marvel. So that does make sense that he actually can defeat Hela. And he's the prophesied one to destroy.
So it's the idea the Eternal Flame wasn't there, and now it's back, and that's why you can...
Basically, he's been bulking.
Got it.
Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life. You can learn and grow with short classes that fit any schedule. In this new year, resolve to learn a new skill. Increase your capacity to work through this difficult world. They have classes in topics New Rockstars fans will enjoy, like animation, film, music production. Class I'm really excited to check out is narrative art, drawing imaginary characters, taught by graphic novelist Ira Marks. The class focuses on how to imagine and design the kinds of characters that draw us in and lead us on their crazy adventures. No matter what 2021 brings you, spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, but there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so that you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so that you can explore your creativity.
All right, so our final bite-sized question. So we actually asked our Discord fans what Marvel villain would make the best president.
So this was a question from us to our Discord patrons and fans on there. And then I'm just gonna read some fun answers that we got on there. So a lot of people thought Dr. Doom would make a really good president.
Oh, sure, yeah, he's brilliant.
pointed out he already rules a country, so he has that experience. He is brilliant. He's adored in the country that he rules. But a lot of people also were like, well, that's too easy because he already rules a country. So they talked about Green Goblin, which Green Goblin actually, I think in a specific story has become president. And I remember like
Norman Osborn.
when I was like in middle school or something,
Okay.
he was, all the villains were becoming president at the time, like Luthor and stuff too. I like this person didn't understand the question perfectly. So the question was, which Marvel villain would make the best president? And he said T'Challa, which is Black Panther. And then we said villains, and they said, oh, evil T'Challa, which is great. There was talk about Thanos actually has some good ideas, but he would institute a purge almost immediately.
Yeah.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
Give him a chance.
This is my favorite answer, was Wilson Fisk.
Oh, yeah.
He is a man of the people, but he's a billionaire, and those never mislead us.
Never.
No. But he becomes the mayor of New York in a Daredevil comic. I don't know, something about the MCU Wilson Fisk too. That guy, like, I could vote for that guy.
Yeah,
I could
this
get behind
guy, he's
that
got...
Appreciates art.
Right, he's a man of the arts and isn't afraid to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, with a car door.
Right.
And this was maybe my favorite answer that I don't agree with, but is my favorite answer, is somebody pointed out, well, Star Wars comics are now published by Marvel.
Okay.
So Palpatine is technically a villain, and so they think Palpatine would be the best president. What I was thinking about that was, you never really hear about Palpatine's platform. Like, he could have great ideas. What if he's like instituting a galaxy basic income? You know what I mean? Like, he could be like really helping a lot of people.
I mean, isn't his ideas just what the Nazi ideas were? Just like...
He doesn't do like genocide.
Execute Order 66.
He does aggressive force with
He
the
does. He killed
troopers.
all the Geonosians.
Oh, and he also blows up planets.
And he sterilized the
he
race.
does the most epic level of genocide that's ever happened.
Palpatine hasn't killed anyone.
Well, no,
Philip Molina.
he kills planets.
He kills planets. We don't know if anybody's on them.
He's not checking. These are his minions. He's like, I don't like that planet.
Obi-Wan
It's in the
said,
way.
I just heard millions of voices scream out in terror.
And that's Obi-Wan's problem. He was trying to
Palpatine
build.
can't hear those
Palpatine
voices.
was trying to make a highway, and there was a planet in the way, and he was going to create a bunch of jobs. Anyway, I do think that it's worth noting Palpatine was elected a senator at one point, so at some point he gave good speeches and had a good platform.
Well, yeah, and he was elected chancellor, too, from a
Exactly.
no-confidence vote after Valorum.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay. So was Hitler was elected, too.
Don't bring him into this every week.
He's always in it. Well, that's our show, guys. Reminder to send us your big questions using the hashtag #BigQuestion.
Also, no, I'm not going for a high five, but I'm giving a high five to Danny, who sent us some dope-ass fan art on Twitter and on our Discord. We love fan art. Here's his fan art. Send more fan art. So send them to our P.O. box. You can send them legit, or you can send questions. You can send anything to our P.O. box as long as it can go in the mail, but almost anything can go in the mail.
Yeah, subscribe to this show here on YouTube, but also subscribe to the podcast version so you can get audio versions of all this stuff so you can listen to it while you're driving and not have to like watch a YouTube video while you're driving because it's dangerous. Follow Philip at Philip Molina, follow me at EA Boss, and follow New Rockstars on Twitter and on Instagram so you can keep up with all of our stuff. And remember to check in with us next week because we'll have a whole new big question for you.
Responsibly.